Bones Beyond Time. A Mage the Ascension campaign. Ari. A-Red. Shay. Diesel. Walter. Galewind. Bones Beyond Time.
Hi, and we are now semi-live. Hi, I'm Kara858, and today we're bringing you Season 2, Episode 2 of Bones Beyond Time, our Mage the Ascension campaign. As always, we want to give a huge thank you to the love and support that we received for this campaign, especially within the family community. We're excited to be back and tell this wonderful story, and we also have a special guest. So let's introduce our cast, explain who they are, who they're playing, and any projects they're working on. And we start first with our wonderful ST, Reed. Reed, you like to talk about yourself?
Hello, everyone. I am at Big Dude Re on the Twitters, where you can find all the interesting things that I am doing. But tonight, I am going to be the lovely storyteller guiding these wonderful people through a story in the world of darkness, and we'll see whatever it is they get up to.
All right. Okay. You don't want to announce your project or anything? Just want to make sure.
Not this time.
Okay.
Keep everybody on their toes.
All right, no worries. Next, make our way down. We have the wonderful Aki. Aki, you'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I am Aki, and I play Diesel. They are a part of the Celestial Course, and everything is fine. This is all fine. It's fine. As for projects I'm working on, you can catch me over on Saving Throw Show on Sundays at 4 p.m., where I'm playing in the Pantheon Academia. We are in our 4th season for that that version of New Pantheon, and our 8th season overall. So we've been going for a while. And there are a couple of other things in the pipeline that I'm not ready to announce just yet, but hopefully I'll be able to share some more news with y'all soon.
That NDA life.
More like COVID is making everything very all over the place right now.
Oh, tell me about it. Making our way down, we have our guest star, the wonderful Brandy Rose. You would like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Hi, everybody. I am Brandy Rose. I don't know how much I can say yet about who I'm playing, but I am going to be playing the wonderful question mark. We'll see. I have not entirely settled on exactly her personality because I wanted to wait to see everybody else, so we'll see. But the definitely, hopefully helpful former technocrat Selena. So I'm very excited to explore her. Also, this is my first time finally actually getting to play in like a mage game, even just as a guest. So that's gonna be really, really fun. Apart from that, you can find me on Twitter at the Brandy Rose. That's where I talk almost incessantly. You can pretty much find everything that I do there, from the game design to my game design TED Talks that I do on Twitch, which is as cute as Patoot, that I also have on my Patreon, which is also patreon.com/cutestpatoot. It's $10 if you want to just get my entire pack of everything that I do for game dev, teaching, and behind the scenes. Apart from that, mostly I am a talk show host and producer in all of my shows. Eat Crit, Cringe Warning, Chewing Gum for the Brain, Foaming at the Mouth. These are real titles, I know. Those are all going to be on my Twitter, especially as they come out or finish their seasons. And apart from that, usually you'll see me working with Utopia or with Roll. So keep an eye on the Twitter for all of my updates.
Perfect. Make our way down. We have the wonderful Melee Damage. You would like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Hi there. I am Melee Damage. You can find me on all of the socials at whatever they are / Melee Damage. That is the best place to keep up with all of the things that I'm doing. I do music, streaming, film, and I storytell as well, and have like a Patreon, and I run games for people. So check all of that out on all of my socials. Tonight I will be playing Irene. She is the resident dumpster fire of the group, and Ari's big sister. And she is absolutely 100% going to be terrified of Brandy's character. So let's go. This is great. This is amazing. It's going to be wonderful.
What?
Well, it just depends. If Selena forces Irene to work, we may have a problem. But but it just depends.
Technocrat word just got slipped in there. Really, really subtly.
Red flag. Danger, Will Robertson. Danger. So as for yours truly, I am Kara858. I'm playing the lovable sweet bean Ari, who got to meet their first friends for the first time their age at the park last session. In terms of projects that I'm working on, we just released our trailer for our brand new campaign starting next week called Gods of Color, which features some of the individuals here in this cast, as well as Cynthia Marie, Ree, and Glyza. And I'll be DMing that one, and we're super excited about that. So you can be able to find that content on our Twitch channel, which is twitch.com Kira858. But you can of course keep up for all of our information, because we have quite a few new projects coming up in the near future. You can find out all of our content on our Twitter page at The Cookout TTRPGs. Again, that is The Cookout TTRPGs, where we'll be releasing not only a TTRPG content, but also giveaways from Die Hard Dice, as well as other news associated with that content. So with that, I'm also happy to announce that Boss Beyond Time has a Patreon. You can find the link to our Patreon in the description section, and all proceeds go directly to the cast. Members get exclusive content like Patreon Discord channels, after shows, and bonus episodes. We even have an entire prequel arc exclusively for Patreon, so you don't want to miss out how these mages came to be. And if you'd like to support the show but can't do it via monetary means, you can follow the Twitter page at The Cookout TTRPG. Liking and retweeting about the show truly does help the algorithm and makes a major difference, and we definitely appreciate the level of support. So with that, I think it's about time that we switch it over to our ST Ree, who has been threatening the entire cast for the past 35 minutes. Ree, take it away.
It's true. But before we dive into our story this evening, a reminder that we are playing in the world of darkness, and as a result, unpleasant things can happen, and we are not our characters. I have spoken with the cast here, and they do have ways of letting me know if anything happens that they are uncomfortable with. So we suggest for you watching that you do the same. If you are uncomfortable, please skip forward, step away, do whatever it is that you need to do, because we care deeply about your enjoyment, and there is no sense in doing something you aren't having fun with. With that out of the way, we will return to find our newest, our freshly, you could say, reawakened mage, Diesel, as they are slowly coming to. Their clothing is still coated in soaking wet water, and the floor around them has become stained with just what looks to be sea or ocean water. That kind of briny smell and taste is still in the air. And as you look up, you can see a figure approaching you, what looks to be a woman in kind of what looks to be like some sort of business suit, but they seem almost awkwardly stiff as they are approaching. And you see kind of in your still water and vision fading in and out a bit. You see that they are speaking into what looks to be like some sort of earpiece, and you hear them say, "I have found someone." What would you like to do, Diesel?
I'm lying on the floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Diesel kind of Diesel is going to stay on the ground as still as they possibly can be while trying to reach their phone. like pull their phone out of their pocket.
Okay. Give me a dexterity and stealth roll to see how well you're able to do that without being noticed. I'm gonna keep the difficulty hidden on this actually, so just tell me what you roll.
Okie dokie. This is fine. Gonna spend a willpower. I'm gonna spend a willpower.
I had a feeling.
For a success, and I rolled a 7 and I rolled an 8.
Ooh.
Okay. You, as these figures kind of approaching, you give it a moment and you wait until what you think is a moment where they aren't quite looking at you as they're kind of distracted, speaking or hearing from someone else. And you are able to pull the phone very slowly. Are you trying to bring it to your face to speak in it, or are you trying to like send a message or?
Yeah, I think they just like kind of look down, like they're like very stiff movement, like kind of trying to get their eye line right so they can unlock their phone and like, you know, text out a real quick message, like, I'm stuck, come get me. They kind of shoot that out to the group text.
Okay, and just as you are finishing up this quick SOS message, the figure approaches you, and you see they kind of stand almost perfectly straight as they look down at you, and they say, "Will you stand up, please? I need for you to join with me."
Shit. All right. Diesel, I think Diesel does lie there quietly, kind of hoping that she will believe that they are not like conscious or like awake. Like they are, they stay very still. And if it seems like she's not moving away, then they kind of open one eye and like look at her shoe and, you know, kind of, you know, eyes sort of travel up and they kind of, yeah. Okay.
And she does offer you a hand.
And Diesel will take her hand, and as they're standing, very soft. What kind of moisturizer do you use?
Yes.
You roll me a perception and let's say empathy roll.
What's my difficulty?
6.
Okay. Okay, I got 1 success.
You see for a moment this person, this woman, she pauses, and it's almost as if she is very slowly trying to like understand the question before she speaks. And then she looks at you and she goes, I don't. We should not keep her waiting. Come with me. And she moves to kind of pull you along. Do you go with her?
Where are you taking me? Who wants to see me?
Upstairs. It would be better to wait until we're somewhere more alone.
Well, if you were trying to get me alone, Fine, I'll follow you.
And she does lead you back, and you see as you kind of step back into the casino proper, the noise and the lights begin to kind of almost overwhelm you to an extent, like going from that quiet to that loud. You notice that she doesn't seem to be particularly interested in anything else that is happening. You see as she is moving, a number of people kind of get in her way, including what looks to be like kind of like a rather large man, maybe like you kind of figure maybe like a bodybuilder of some sort. And she goes to move past him, and you can see he kind of goes as if to kind of shoulder check into her. But when they kind of make contact, he reacts almost as if he's hit like a solid wall almost. And she just kind of keeps walking almost as if she hasn't realized that anything had happened.
Yeah. Like, I think Diesel every now and again kind of like looks down at their phone in their hand, like checking it to see if anybody's answered the text.
Yeah, there have been no responses yet.
Yeah, I mean, all they can do is keep following her until does there seem to be anywhere that looks like it could be a possible avenue of escape?
I mean, you're in the main floor of the casino, so there are ways to go. You can go back towards the entrance, maybe a kitchen exit, side exit, a service exit. So you figure there's probably plenty of other places to go, but you are currently being led towards the elevators.
I think at this point, the only reason why Diesel is continuing to follow her is because they want to try to get to Gale and I remember one of their names and forget Shay. And it's always the other, like, it's fine. It's fine.
And she leads you over into the elevators, and as they open, she steps forward into it, gestures to you to join her. And she looks at you as the door closes, and she goes, how is the weather?
The weather is pretty nice today. A really nice day to, I don't know, go to the beach, go to the park, be outside.
Understood. And with that, our camera is going to refocus in on a different person. As our mage and our new guest are making their way along, we find ourselves focusing on a woman sitting in what looks to be like a small-ish office space. It is a far cry from what they are used to, but would you like to describe her character for us, Brandy?
Yes. Okay, so Selena is, let me grab my height reference because I actually have a little height reference. I have a little bit of a description. Okay. You can see it's in the screenshots. All right, so Selena is very tall, like imposingly tall. She's like 6'4" with her heels. She's always wearing heels. They look really uncomfortable, but she doesn't flinch ever. So she's just sitting there, and she's got her like hair in this like tight slicked back like bun, and she is she's looking a little bit slightly out of place. Like usually she's got everything like is slicked back perfectly, not a single strand is loose, nothing. Now like she's not flinching, she still looks well put together, but if you look closer, like the hair is slightly undone, bun is slightly drooping from its normal seat at like a calculated angle on her head, and she is it's a dark eyes, darker complexion, and she is sitting in this little space and occasionally muttering a little bit to herself, just as if she were like going over something, like a list or something in her head.
All right. And as you are muttering to yourself, you receive a message from who you refer to as V, but you know they are not so much as a person as a creation of one of your old friends in the iteration, as you would refer to them. And you know that the kind of older modeled hit mark is generally not used anymore, but for you there's a bit of a kind of a sentimentality to keeping her around. And she's informed you that another of the people that you've been looking for has arrived. You have managed to begin the process you were so desperately working toward. A man that you have been working really hard to deal with has finally put himself in a bit of a position to be touched or to be harmed, so to speak. But for now, you have managed to convince the two traditionalists to work with you. And you are waiting on the third to arrive. Is there anything you would like to do before they arrive?
So you said I'm in. What's the space like that I'm in? Morn.
It's a small office, maybe like a 500 by 500 sized room, a single mirror, a decently sized kind of oak desk, two chairs in front and one on the other side. And it's not furnished to your what you'd want, but it's comfortable enough.
So I'm gonna just have her kind of soothe herself out. Do the little toe flex in the heels that you can't see, just to make sure that they don't fall off. Gonna smooth back the hair and just a couple of deep breaths, little corporate training deep breaths, and that's it.
And it doesn't take too long for the door on the opposite end of the room to open. And the first to step through is V in her usual kind of get together, almost an imitation of what you yourself are wearing, though it never seems to look quite right from her. Her posture is still very robotic. And behind her is another individual. Adisa, would you like to describe yourself for our friend here?
Yeah. Diesel is a fairly tall as well. Skin tone around the same as mine. They have a very close cut shaved head. And they fill out their blazer very well. Like they work out, they lift. They are not bad to look at. Pretty good looking person walking through that door. Yeah.
All right. And Diesel, can I have you roll me a willpower check for me, please? A difficulty 6.
Total or remaining? Total
willpower.
Okay.
Total.
And the difficulty is 6, you said?
6.
Ooh. And zeros just count as 1, right? Like one success?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 4 successes.
Okay. Looking at this woman, this person that you were told you were going to meet, there is a kind of a sense of unease or foreboding kind of looking at her, but it doesn't seem to take hold, and you're able to kind of still yourself to concentrate. And you see you've been led to a small but comfortable office space. It doesn't seem to be any kind of immediate danger, any kind of immediate trap to you. But there you are. I leave the rest to you all.
Great. Thank you for agreeing to see me today.
Sure. I have to admit, it's kind of, well, if I'm being perfectly honest, it's a bit creepy.
I apologize. That. Yeah. Yeah. Please sit. Sorry. You are. We're not. For a second, she almost said, we're not holding you hostage. But then she thought for a second, like maybe mentioning the word hostage to someone who said this felt a little creepy was like not the move. So she's not quite in the element she's used to being in and the amount of control she's used to having. So she's just like, please sit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, hi, I'm Selena. What was my staff member's name? My little
V.
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 Yes. Aww. So this is V. I'm Selena. It's nice to meet you. And you are. Sorry, real quick. Do I know the names of everybody already?
Not exactly. You've heard of them, but you don't know if they're their actual names or some sort of nickname or anything like that. You know that traditional people like to have nicknames for whatever reason.
Right. All right. So, sis, I'm Selena. It's nice to meet you. And you are
Name is Diesel.
Diesel. All right. That's nice to meet you. I have a bit of a job offer. Yeah. Let's call it that.
Job offer.
Yes. I've heard of you and the others that you work with, and I have made choices in my life that have led me here, and there's somebody very, very dangerous on the loose, and if I cannot eliminate him, I don't have the words to describe the damage that he could do. And I have heard of you and your group, and I thought perhaps you would be interested.
How exactly is it that you heard about our group?
I formerly worked with the technocracy, and my particular line of work, you hear things about the other groups, about people fringing off of groups, about mutterings of things below and above board. And I came across your group after, after setting V out there to kind of put out feelers for who could be good for this job.
Are you the one who grabbed my friends?
No, I haven't kidnapped anybody. Have I kidnapped anybody?
You haven't kidnapped them, but you did speak with them before, and you were able to help them with their problem.
Okay, good. Yes, I did not take anybody. I don't know anything about that. But I have spoken to your friends before, and I've helped them with a previous problem that they've had. But I certainly didn't take anyone, nor did V, although V doesn't act autonomously. Anyway.
I guess I should say, based on my own personal experience, that they were invited up to speak with you while they were here.
Wait, was that in character or out of character?
In character.
Okay, cool. I mean, invited up in the way that you have been invited up, and you are free to leave at any time. I don't work with the technocracy or technocracy.
Well, I've always pronounced it technocracy, but you know.
That makes more sense. Yeah, I don't work with the technocracy anymore, and I never did that, but I certainly don't do that now. So have you heard the name Garrick Brown before?
Yeah, unfortunately.
He is our target. I need to get rid of him, and I can make it worth your while.
Get rid of him.
Oh, well, take him out in one way or another. If there were a possibility of, I don't know, locking him in a box for eternity, that'd be okay with me. He needs to be taken off of the playing field.
Well, I guess you did come to the right people then.
Good. Great. Great.
So good luck convincing the other 3 people in my group. They're the tougher sell.
That's fair. That's very fair. But I think I do have some things, hopefully, in my sleeve that you, or at least your party, will want or need. So, and she like stands up and then realizes that like maybe she didn't quite think through exactly where she's gonna go or what she's gonna do. So she looks at V, even though V cannot answer these questions for her or tell her what to do. And it's more like a comfort, like a habit. She goes, okay, well, we should.
Are you hungry?
Get going. Sure. Oh, yes. I can. Yes.
Why don't I take you out? Maybe we can grab a bite.
Because she just said take out Garrick, there is like a flash of panic across her face. Because she's like, wait, mentally, what kind of takeout? And she like looks over at V. V is not helpful. And goes,
For dinner. Take you out for dinner.
Okay. Yes. Sure. But we should also very much contact and find the rest of you, rejoin the rest of your party.
I'll invite them to come and eat dinner with us. How does that sound?
That would be great. That would be perfect. To contact me, right? And she starts fishing around in her little. She's wearing a little like a little 90s little blazer top mini skirt business suit thing. Has like one tiny secret pocket, fits like one cigarette, is ridiculous. But she has like this like very small business card, and then she like leans over because she of course cannot really use her resources officially anymore, and she leans over and she writes her personal number on there, and she hints that to you, and says like how is 8 o'clock?
Works perfectly for me.
Great. Just text me the address, and I will see you then.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
She turns like a little pink, and she just does not talk anymore.
And Diesel kind of nods to V and starts to walk back towards the elevator, and they step into the elevator and push the button for the ground floor. And as the elevator doors close, they wink at Selena.
Oh God. V, look away. She sits back down on her desk.
You seem to be experiencing minor distress.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. All good.
Did things go well?
Yes. Actually, yes. We have to prepare. We need to I need to change, and we need to make sure that we have everything ready, all of the information that we have on Garrick Brown, and I need to have everything nicely printed. Please, not in Arial again. It's an eyesore. Yes, I need everything printed again, potentially multiples. Please prepare my briefcase. Well, and she thinks like back, just like this like flash of like Diesel's like wink across her. She's like, maybe the nice briefcase. It's just a nice briefcase tonight. The nice briefcase and the black the black suit with skirt. That's the option for tonight. All right. Please
Will
get
be
on.
done.
Thank you.
Cool. And with that, as our camera slowly fades, we find ourselves joining the lovely Aaron and Ari as they are wrapping up their rather explosive meeting at the local park. As you all are finishing up, as Ari is saying goodbye to his newest friends, you receive a text message from Diesel.
I don't, right? Because I don't have a phone.
Yes, you do that. The royal you receive the text message, but it is only Aaron.
Ari, I think Diesel might need us. Do I just have the text that says that they're stuck somewhere, or has Diesel since then sent a text to like meet at a restaurant or anything? No, just that they're stuck. Okay.
Well, it depends on how far in the timeline we are. Like if this is like immediately following my scene or happening during my scene. But Diesel does plan on texting you, being like, okay, like texting you details, but I just, yeah.
Valid.
You have not received a second message yet.
Okay. Ari, we might have to go save Diesel.
What? Wait, what happened?
I don't know. I just got a text that says that they're stuck.
How do they get stuck? They know everything.
Yeah, that is exactly the part that worries me as well.
Oh, we're in trouble. We're in danger.
Well, we're in danger. Yes, we are. I guess are you're good with your friends? Did you get enough playtime? Do you want me to handle this by myself? Or do you want, you know what? I'm leaving you here with you're coming with me either way.
Okay. Yes, I will. And they look at their hands looking for that King Arthur sword that they have, and they realize it's no longer in their hands. Like, I will help save the kingdom.
Good. Yeah, please don't let those children be woke now. And Iron will take Ari's hand and walk them across the street and start heading towards where she knows that that Diesel went with Walter.
Okay. So as you two are beginning to make your way downtown, are there any conversations you two wish to have?
So it was crazy. I know that we gotta go fight Diesel, but do you think afterwards that they could come by to the movie theater and then we could watch movies and stuff?
Yeah, those two in particular, those two kids made good friends with them. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
they came with us when we went to go see Grandma.
In Iren's head, she's just trying to think of all of the things that she could possibly do to like wipe their memory in case anything happens in the future. Like, how much brain damage will these children? She repeatedly has to like rearrange their brain to get rid of knowledge that they shouldn't have. Yeah, we could work something out. We'll figure that out. Do they seem cool? Do they seem all right?
Mm-hmm. They showed me about this game called Pokemon, and then I learned that there was a jump rope revolution, but I didn't know what was more about the revolution. Do you know about this jump rope revolution?
I do not, but that sounds very interesting.
They seem really smart. And they were able to come with us to go see Grandma. I think they might be mages too.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Maybe them being around more often than wouldn't be a bad idea. Better to keep an eye on things, I guess. In Iren's head, she just hears, "It's your problem now."
I wish you could come go meet us when we go
It's
see.
your problem now.
Exactly that.
You know what's weird is how they can come go see Grandma, but then you can't come go see Grandma. I wonder why Grandma keeps you away when I go see her.
Probably because I am older than you, and she does not want me helping you. She wants you to figure things out for your own.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. But I would like it more if you came with me.
Maybe one day. Maybe that'll be a thing. We're usually like pretty close in time when it comes to going to visit her. Who knows? Maybe one of these days she will pull us in together.
And then you get to see King Arthur and the armies that we fought.
Yours sound way more fun than my visits.
Uh-oh. Wait, wait, the first one we just kind of picked up roses and it was really heavy, but I did it and it looked like a really pretty garden. But what was yours about? Yeah, you never told me what yours is about.
It's because that old lady likes to troll me. I love her.
Oh, troll? What is...
knows I'm not good at puzzles and mine are always puzzles.
Oh, that's why she doesn't bring me along.
That's because you would probably get through them instantly. You'd be my cheat code. That's why we probably go in together.
Well, maybe I could talk to her and see if she can make what is not a puzzle next time.
Yeah, I heard that. You know, I feel like if you say something to her, it might make it worse. Like if you're like, no, Irene hates puzzles, she'll be like, yeah, that's the point, and then she might double down. I don't really handle this myself.
Why do they do that? I mean, it's just make... Oh, and then that would make sense why I have to do so much hard work and why that shovel was so heavy. It's because they know that I'm not really that strong, so they give me the heaviest shovel in the world to be able to shovel.
About growing.
Growing pains hurt. Is this the magical puberty that Walter was talking about?
100%.
Okay. I thought so. It'll take your hands. Like, should we fly over there? Or how should we get there?
Irene will look around and assume, I'm assuming out of character, that there is a ton of people around.
It's pretty dark. It's night, so the area you're in isn't full of a lot of people, but there are definitely, people around that would see you.
Let's keep the wings to a minimum, just until nobody else is around. But if we see any shortcuts along the way, if they're running between buildings or something, maybe we can through them really quick, stretch the wings out for a quick second. But yeah, we should be safe.
Because I fly much faster than I walk, so I'm sorry that I slow you down, but that's why I was thinking maybe the wings be easier. Or we could get a piggyback ride and you run much faster.
Sure.
Okay.
That works.
Okay.
She'll bar up.
Baby Yoda style in the combo. Like, okay, let's go. We can do this.
Yes, and yeah, Irene will bolt. She'll run.
Okay. With your considerable amount of speed, it is very strange. There are more than a few people who give you both odd looks as you are kind of running past people and down the sidewalk. You nearly bump into a few people as they are you can see some people are staring. Other people are clearly having a discussion on whether or not they should do something. But the journey itself seems to be uneventful. And you arrive basically right outside of the casino just as Diesel is beginning to, I assume, to send a clarifying message. And as you look up Diesel, you see them approaching.
Oh, I was just about to text you again.
Wait, you're okay?
You're not stuck.
I am okay. I was just about to text you that I was stuck. But I have some answers for you. You and I are going to be meeting somebody for dinner who has a favor to ask of us.
Wait, dinner? Is it like they're eating at the movie theater, like popcorn, or is it like the?
We're gonna go to a restaurant and have dinner.
Oh, but can we wear these clothes? Cause I don't really have any fancy clothes.
You don't have to be fancy.
Okay.
Is this another work thing? You said they have a job for us. I hate work so much. What is it that they need us to do exactly?
It has to do with what was the name again? Sorry, storyteller.
Garrick Brown.
Has to do with Garrick Brown.
Oh.
Does that name mean anything to Irene?
That's the dude that he was the one who was trying to trick us into going into the black portal and knew who we were. Or kind of knew who we were.
Yeah, okay. All right. So this is our circus and our monkeys. All right. Oh, God. Okay. Who are they?
They are. Well, I mean, they're cute. They're. Some sort of business lady used to like. I kind of want to let her introduce herself to us, but suffice it to say, she is awakened. She's not a sleeper. She knows who we are and what we do. So I think she really needs our help.
Oh, what is he after her too?
I don't know. She just knows. She's just described him as being incredibly dangerous and somebody that needs to be taken care of, but she can't do it on her own. So she wants us to help.
Well, this is really bad. I remember last time he was able to teleport us right into his room, just out of the blue, right when we were in our chantry. That was scary.
Yeah, well, I think it might get scarier if we don't listen to what she has to say. It seems like she knows him, so she might have some information about him that we could use.
Okay.
Where do you? I think we get to pick the restaurant that we eat at. So if you have a place in mind,
Chuck E. Cheese.
Is she pay?
I mean, I hope so. She looked like she could pay for a lot of things.
So fancy Chuck E. Cheese?
We
4
could
pizzas.
we could go to a nice pizza place.
Wait, what's it? So is Chuck E. Cheese not nice?
Chuck E. Cheese is just right. It's not too nice. It's not too cheap. It's just right.
Irene looks into Diesel and says, "We should really get like the pizza from somewhere else first, and then like hide it and bring it into Chuck E. Cheese because that stuff's been sitting there for like 5 days."
We're not going to Chuck E. Cheese. We're not going to Chuck E. Cheese. We're going to a nice pizza place.
Perfect.
Just smuggles a whole pizza in a purse. It's like does a little switcheroo, a little sleight of hand with a whole pizza on the table. Nobody can tell.
The best,
She has done it before.
the best use of correspondence ever.
So Diesel texts Selena the address to like a nice, pizza place, like a Neapolitan pizza or something like that. But yeah. And kind of as they're like getting ready to like head over there for dinner, Diesel like kind of looks at Irene and Ari and goes, "So, how was the park?"
Oh, the park was so okay. So what had happened was we met we met I met 2 friends. I got friends for the first time.
You made friends?
Mm-hmm. They're,
Isn't that something?
yeah, I was really nervous, but then they were kind of nervous, and I think they're mages, cause I went to go see Grandma, and then they came with us to go see Grandma too, and then we fought in this big war, with Arthur and Knights of Justice, and Grandma was there.
Hazel kind of looks over at Iron.
And they came back and everything was good. And so, yeah, I think I'm different now. I can see more things than before. But yeah, it was really fun. I asked Ira if they could come to the movie theater so we can watch movies.
If they, I didn't get any of that, May. I'm sorry.
I said yes because now we don't know. We have to keep an eye on them.
Right, exactly. If there's the possibility that they could become awakened, then we should definitely keep our eye on that. I mean, I'm really glad that you had a good time, Ari, and I'm really glad that you made friends. I don't know that I expected you to make those kinds of friends, but you know what? It's just another thing that you three will be able to relate to each other on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I cannot wait. That I can show her all the things that I know, like this.
And then they'll dive into their backpack, and then they'll pull out probably like a fork from the kitchen that they have using correspondence.
Not to start a book daycare service in the movie theater.
Oh, wait, but we don't want you to work. Should we hire someone for that?
Oh no, I'm just saying, lots of little magic kids running around could be troublesome. We should really, like, Diesel, I don't know about you, but we need to, like, maybe look into some kind of, like, protection or warding or something like that if, like, we're gonna go full Hogwarts on this, because, like, yeah,
we're a magic school.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? We're talking about 2 other potential kids in all of Cleveland at this point, which I think is manageable. Let's not, count our chickens before they hatch.
it was the first place we went and we found there's more.
Listen, that's not exactly the best luck. You're not wrong. But I mean, I could think of worse things than Ari being able to make friends with kids that are like them.
No, you're valid. That is a very good thing. I just also think about how much danger we're in a lot of the time, and now we're adding more little tiny magic people to that.
We don't have to add the little tiny magic people to that any more than any of us want to.
I feel a strong sense of responsibility to make sure that they are fine. But yes, okay, all right. This is very troublesome. Lots of work ahead of us, but we will make it work because you are 100% correct. Ari deserves to have friends that they could talk to, and that is a good thing. That is a good thing.
We also want to make sure that we're enforcing healthy boundaries here. They are Ari's friends. They have their own families and places that they need to be. Even if they were to awaken, that doesn't mean you get to keep them. They do not belong to you. They are not your responsibility. I understand. We should certainly keep tabs on them, but we can make maybe.
Do you think their families know about? You think they're like woke too, like in any way?
When did we start calling it that? When did that happen? I feel like I missed something.
Just what we say on the trains. But
Okay.
Sorry, I got yelled at. Proper terms. If they are awakened, do we think that maybe their family is possibly also, genes and how that works? Like maybe there are other more of us that maybe that's who they belong to.
No, I think that's possible, like certainly possible. I don't like my parents, as far as I know, were not awakened. But it could have skipped a generation, or I could be a divergence.
I think it'd be worth a shot to look into that, considering what your friend is saying about the guy that felt like sucking us through a portal and him being bad news and very, very dangerous. It might be a good idea to see how many of us we can actually find and reach out to, just in case this like turns into like an all-out like the jump rope revolution. She looks at Ari, a full tilt jump rope revolution. We might need more of us. So
when Ari's back on the piggyback ride, they just take their little hands and just like rub behind Ari's ear, Ira's ear. It's like, woosah, woosah.
It is at this point that you Diesel, you notice that your guests are arriving, and they are looking very much out of place. This is definitely a restaurant, but it is not the suit and tie type of restaurant. It's wearing nice clothing, but not quite business official. So they are very much overdressed, but they are doing their best. Back straight, definitely going forward. But it is very clear that they are sticking out.
If Diesel could have like hard eyes, like they would have hard eyes. There's something so endearing about this sweet business lady dressed in her best business suit in the middle of like a Neapolitan pizza restaurant. It's very much like a rom-com kind of a moment.
That's very much the vibe, because she's wearing something that I actually once owned that is from the 90s, from my mom when she worked at JCPenney, and they had a very strict dress code. And it is this like mini skirt. It's a suit material for sure, but it's a mini skirt that is black with tiny little gray pinstripes on it. And in the same material, a tank top, same material, almost a crop top, just because it like hits exactly where the skirt ends, so it kind of looks like a dress, but it isn't a dress, and then a just very like tailored blazer, all in the same material with pantyhose. And for once, like because she is no longer with the technocracy or anything, she has let her hair down. It makes her very uncomfortable, and she has a hair tie around her wrist in case she wimps out. She's also wearing lipstick that is, her normal lipstick is kind of like a nude lipstick where it's like, yes, I'm wearing lipstick, but I'm also in an office, so I'm not really wearing lipstick. And this is now, instead of like shade 001, it is like shade 002. So for her and for V, this was a lot. She's sweating.
Yeah, Diesel stands up immediately and kind of waves her over and like, pulls out a chair for her.
Oh boy. Oh, hi everybody. Hi, hello. Hi. I'm Selena. Thank you. Oh, yeah, hi, thanks. And she sits. Hi. Oh, hey, kid. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Are you the one that needs the favor?
Yes, I am. Yes. I don't think she fully realized that one of the group was a child. And given the nature of why she can make this worth your while, it makes her a little sad for like 2 seconds. But she just kind of glosses over it because she's business. Yes. I assume sometime like a waiter comes to like take or order or something. So she's just going to order the smallest, like basic cheese pizza. You can
Just a
tell that like
margarita
she might
pizza?
have, she might have eaten approximately 4 pizzas in her lifetime.
Oh, this is going to be an amazing experience for her.
Oh, can I have a juice? Like orange juice?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Okay. And Ira, do we have to have vegetables?
No, I will take a double XL meat lovers pizza with extra everything on it, and that's paying. Thank you very much, by the way.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
And I think I'm just going to eat whatever those two don't consume.
Smart.
Oh, but we're growing. We might eat a lot.
I'll take a smaller version of their pizza, but not all of the extra stuff. I just need like basic meat and cheese.
Right.
Add mushrooms. Mushrooms, please.
Vegetables.
Yeah. And like before the waiter leaves, she goes, actually, can you add mushrooms to mine too? Thank you.
Right. It'll be done as, and you kind of see this waiter kind of look over her shoulder towards where you assume like there's a manager waiting, and she turns, she goes, "It will be ready for you as soon as possible." And she gives a very obviously forced smile before turning and walking away as unhappily happy as a person can be. And you are left to yourselves.
Right. So, I assume Diesel mentioned that this is in regards to Garrick Brown, who I understand you had a run-in with.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Selena.
Hi, I'm Ari.
Right. Yes. Hi. It's nice to meet you, Ari. Diesel, I remember, and you are.
Irene. I'm Ari's big sister.
Great. Okay. Cool. Amazing. It's nice to meet you. Thank you again for agreeing to meet with me. So yes, I understand you ran into Garrick Brown, so I don't really need to, I suppose, explain why he needs to no longer be on the playing field.
Well, here's the thing. We know why we don't like him, but we're very interested in why you don't like him. Like, we're down to help, but like, clarity, openness, this is a thing that's good for everybody, so that no surprises come, and then that's how people get killed. So totally down to help. Just want to know why you want to hurt him as badly as I do.
Selena is kind of shocked because she really anticipated having to heavily bribe these people in order to get them to help. So her little PowerPoint in her head of the evening is glitching, but she's like, okay, and like mentally she genuinely goes through a few slides, stops, regroups. This isn't how I think, IRL. Not at all. Anyway, but she just kind of looks around as well, and it's just like, I told Diesel that I used to be with the technocracy, and I'm no longer with the technocracy. I learned, however, as I was leaving, I learned that Garrick Brown is an infernalist, and I mean that's simply too dangerous. The attacks I've heard him carry out.
You threw around a lot of big words there.
Oh, he's a Nefandi. She's trying to think of like a word you might have heard.
Said, because I believe Irene knows a little bit about this just from training and stuff. Like both her and Ari kind of had like a baseline of what like the technocracy and infernalists are, because they have been warned about these things. So you see the colors start to drain from Iren's face as you say these things.
Oh,
So the bribery's gonna come in, huh? Yeah.
oh, well, that makes a lot more sense.
Right. When I left, the reason I'm contacting you is because I heard that you had a run-in with him, and like how are we sitting at the table? Is this like a round table where we're all facing each other, or what is the sitch?
It's
Sitting next to
booth
who?
style, corner booth style.
Okay.
I'll let you all pick how you choose to sit.
Oh, Ari would be in the middle, bouncing up and down on the seat because they're not used to it.
Right. I'd be probably like on the outer side of whoever I'm sharing the
Probably
booth with.
sitting next to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Iren is sitting next to Ari, and as they're bouncing, Iren just turns around and grabs the crayons from the table behind them, whether there's people sitting there or not, and just puts them in front of Ari.
Thank you.
They start drawing.
8-year-old attention span.
Yep.
Well, I picked you all for a reason. I can sense the corruption that he dealt upon all of you, eating away at your souls. And I can fix that.
Wait, it wasn't us, but it was our friends. They tried to get us to go through a portal, and then we were like, no, that looks like something from like a horror film. But
Gross. Ooh, okay. Might have to retcon that. I might have read the notes wrong that I have. I don't. Does the whole party have corruption damage, or is it really just the?
It
members that
was
aren't there?
the two you managed to have a conversation with earlier. We will discuss what happened with that at a different time. But you are aware that it could have been the other, so you would have to have met them to know for sure.
Makes sense. Okay. So, slight rewind, just to phrase it a little bit better. I know that that Garrick deals corruption damage to the people that he attacks, and from my understanding, at least some of your party would fit that bill. And she starts to get like a little nervous. Just to say this now in public, she's like, so she kind of like just like leans in a little closer. Technically, she's leaning closer to everybody, but actually, she's leaning in closer to Diesel. And she just goes, I am. You can also very much tell that this is not a person who has really committed a lot of crimes in her life. So this is a very big deal for her, and she is extremely nervous about it. And she's like, when I was leaving the technocracy, I might have liberated some medicine for that specifically. And if you help me take down this man, it's yours.
So Ari's going to, their eyes just narrow just a little bit, and they're going to use aura sight, because they're kind of curious to see if Selena is like them or is just asking them for help, because Nephilim has a specific vibrant aura per se. And so they know the difference between like Iron's aura and, you know, just a mage aura. So their eyes just narrow just a little bit, and they're just going to try to glance into Selena's aura to see exactly where she lies.
Since Iren's sitting right next to Ari, if there's anything I can do with rolling to help that success, let me know.
Tell me, how are you doing it?
So Ari's drawing on the paper with the crayon, and then as they look up, they kind of eyes narrow a bit, almost as if they're drawing Selena in a way, but really they're trying to draw the aura itself on the piece of paper.
That's cool.
Okay, I will say that will definitely be coincidental. Actually, Selena, do you have your D10s on you?
Yes.
Beautiful. Could you roll 8 dice for me, please?
Christ almighty. Uh-huh.
At difficulty 6.
So 6 and above is a success?
Yes.
I have 1 success. No, I have 2 success.
What, 8 dice?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a lot of 4s.
Okay. You would definitely notice the drawing, and at first you it doesn't mean anything to you, but as you're kind of looking at it, you realize that it's definitely not normal. And then for you, Ari, we'll see what you can roll for me. So roll your Arcane. The difficulty for this is going to be 4 + 2, 6.
All right. Ari is going to use 2 points of quintessence to bring it down to 4. All right. And just roll my right there. Okay. Perfect. That's 4 successes.
Okay, 4 successes. You are able to see very clearly Selena's aura, and it's there, but it looks very odd to you. It almost looks as if something is restraining it, or almost choking it to an extent. But you can tell that they are definitely awakened by your standards, but it seems off to you.
When you say restrain, is it kind of like with my restraint, how I have the bracelet that keeps my... Okay, so it's a different type of restraint.
Different. Yours is more hidden. Theirs seems like it's almost as if something is forcibly containing it. It doesn't seem the same as what's happened to you.
Interesting. So Ari is going to tap Iron's elbow 3 times on like around the elbow to indicate that they're going to speak to her mind. And when they do so, it's like, so Selena isn't really like us, or her aura is different, like something is caging it, like a tiger that's in the circus.
Irene just says back to Ari in their heads, I wonder if he's the one that's got a stranglehold on her, and that's why she wants him gone. It would make sense. Do you want to ask her, or should I?
You can ask her. I'm still not too sure about her just yet. I'm still kind of nervous.
All right, I'll bring it up. And Irene will look at Selena and go, so, and she looks around to make sure the waiter's not lingering or anybody. There's something going on with your aura. It looks like somebody's holding it or dampening it, or just a lot of this going on. What is that directly related to him, or is that something else that you are struggling with?
Sorry? Did you say something was strangling? Yeah, I have. I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't encountered him personally. I've just seen enough of the damage he's done and heard enough about encounters with him to know that he's too dangerous to be allowed. And I know that staying in the technocracy wouldn't have helped really anybody. So that's...
Would Irene know if this was a thing that like the technocracy did? Like, is that something that like when she had learned a little bit about that, maybe is that a thing they do? Like kind of like a branding on her aura, so to speak?
Give me an intelligence plus, let's see, occult or academics roll.
Can I help with that?
Sure. I will say you can't help, but you both can make the roll separately.
Great, because I have bright, I think,
Difficulty
for
6.
intelligence. Yeah. You said intelligence and either cult or academics?
Yes.
Perfect. Because Ari's a smart one.
Or enigmas if you have it.
I got very lucky, and all of my die landed on successes. I got 4 successes.
Woo! Oh.
Hazel, when they notice that Selena seems a little bit distressed by that like exchange, kind of just sort of reaches over a hand and kind of gently pats her shoulder.
If it's possible for her to sit even straighter, she's doing it. But she's definitely not moving away.
And how many did you get, Ari?
So because I have a specialty in intelligence, which is bright, I have 2 zeros. So that makes it 4, right?
Yes.
So that'd be 4 success. Okay, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay. All right. No, the two of you aren't sure if it's the same thing. You know that they're just restraining aura by itself could be a lot of different things, but you do know there are stories, rumors, legends. Technocracy has ways to alter or reprogram people. You aren't sure if that's what this is, but that's what's coming to your mind.
And again, Irene will go into her brain to talk to Ari. Do you want to tell her that one? Or should I?
I could tell her.
Oh boy.
I feel like it would seem better coming from your sweet self. That'd lighten the blow a little bit.
Okay. And they'll look up at Selena and be like, hi. So it seems like maybe you could be reprogrammed or something. But we can help. If there looks like something, we heard stories about you being like reprogrammed, and that may explain why your aura so caged up. But we could help out maybe.
The PowerPoint is in her like mental trash folder.
Straight to the recycling bin.
It is in the recycling bin. It was too big, actually. It was immediately completely deleted.
1 gigabyte.
She is genuinely 404 page not found blue screening. Because she went into this a little nervous and flustered for like non-business reasons. Mostly though, she was like, I have something that they need for sure. We will go after this person and I will give them the thing that they need and I will pay them for this help. And now she's sitting here like, I have a on my what and you need some
Yeah. Diesel just kind of looks across the table at Irene and Ari and is like,
They'll show the picture that they were drawing of the aura that looks like. It's like, see, it kind of looks like this.
And I think right now would be a wonderful time for a break. All right. And as you all are having a conversation, a number of very interesting topics and things have been said. You do see there is a small one woman and one man are moving over, bringing a number of pizzas on the kind of on those large serving trays. I don't forget what those are called. But those, the large kind of circular ones, and they begin to kind of leave and place everything in front of you all. And then the woman from the same one who's surfing in the first place goes, all right, y'all need anything else tonight?
I think we're going to need a bottle of wine.
And ranch.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's one.
Thank you. This is so much food.
Poosh! Straight into the slices of pizza. I'm talking about inhale like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now. And like all the meats and pepperoni, you just see the grease just slide down their face.
It's like, this is so delicious. Thank you for buying this for us. So we can make a trade. You bought us this pizza and we can fix your aura and unprogram you.
Sure. why not? And she grabs like fork and knife that like obligatorily they always bring you no matter what food, and she starts cutting into her
Why do
into
you
little squares.
Why do you use a fork to eat pizza?
You want
know?
to use a fork and a knife to eat pizza, you can.
Yeah,
But
it's habit, I guess.
Oh, is this normal? Are we supposed to eat it with a fork and knife?
No, you're. And she like looks at this grease-covered 8-year-old and is like, "You're great. You're fine. You're fine." Excuse me. Sorry, just excuse me for like a minute. Yeah, she needs to go to the bathroom real quick so that she can look in the mirror and try not to have a nervous breakdown for like 2 minutes. She just needs like a minute. Just a minute. Just
Okay.
needs a minute.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
We'll see you soon.
All right, and Selena, as you make your way to the bathroom, how is Selena feeling at the moment?
404. File not found. She's like verging on developing an eye twitch. She's so confused. None of this is going how she wanted to. She really wishes she'd brought V with her. And she is questioning everything because she left the technocracy. She which was like a big thing, but she didn't really have time. I mean, it's very fresh. She doesn't have time to really process what that means. And it had still never occurred to her to question what the technocracy could have done to her. And so her understanding of the world is, she's also very quickly realizing that within the technocracy, she excelled. Within bureaucracy, everyone can excel if you follow orders well. And she's realizing in the real world, surprises happen. And things that you did not plan on. And people you did not plan on. And there's feelings. And there's surprises, and you can't anticipate how everybody's going to act, unlike in the technocracy where there are no real surprises in your day-to-day office life because everything follows a nice protocol and technology which works on algorithms, and algorithms are very reliable. She thinks in algorithms. This is a very she was very good at this work. So now she's sitting she's in the bathroom kind of looking at herself a little bit, and she does look a little different, a lot to her eyes, because she actually cared about what she looked like tonight, which usually she does not have to think about. And now she's that tiny little thing hadn't really registered, but now she's looking at herself like she can't even recognize herself, and it's just okay, I just need to compartmentalize. Just gonna make little compartments, just little new file folders. Okay. One file folder is labeled WTF, and everything is getting shoved into it.
Can I have you roll 8 dice for me at difficulty 8, please?
Good grief. 8 D10s?
Mm-hmm. 8
Difficulty was what?
8.
I love the folder was called WTF.
2 successes.
Okay, as you are kind of slowly kind of reverting to a mental exercise you've come to rely on, you close your eyes for a second, and as you open them for just an instant, you see where your face is a marionette that seems to be crying just for a second before it's gone.
Yeah, she screams and stumbles back and probably hits the stall behind her. I really hope the door is locked. If it's not locked, she continues to stumble till she hits the wall.
Or the toilet.
Well then, how loud are you screaming?
No, it's more like a than a real scream. So much as well, how much do I want my neighbors? That's okay. I don't care. They don't care about me. It's fine. So it's more like a Jesus. and then several curse words she's never used in her job before, and it's very freeing. She should do it more often. And it's a little nerve-wracking, not gonna lie. She just like stumbles back into the stall for a second, and is like blinking like rapidly to see if she can make it come back.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Wow. New folder. All caps, WTF, that particular memory right in there. Right click drag. Okay. She's actually doing the motion as she says it out loud. I hope this bathroom is empty, or somebody is hiding in a stall thinking there is a having a nervous breakdown up there. So yeah, she's like, okay, no, this is fine. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If there's something, they will fix it. But I will give them. We'll give them medicine. They will take down him, and and that's okay. That's the new plan. And now there is a 3-slide PowerPoint that has exactly those 3 things on it and nothing else in her brain. And she is like, okay, I can handle this. I can deal with this. And then there's like a little pop-up window that has Diesel's face on it, and she's like, minimize tab. not exit, just minimize tab. Okay. All right, cool. She takes off the blazer though, and just like carries it. She's like, it's very warm right now. So she's just gonna go back to the table. Like nothing happened.
Diesel is looking respectfully.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Yes, that if you could take care of what we discussed previously, both of the things, I will give you the medication. Dinner's already on me. Don't worry about that.
Where can we find you to help fix you?
Sorry, what was that?
Where can we find you so we can help fix you?
Oh, well, Diesel knows where my office is, and has my has my number, and is free to use it whenever they would like to, and you can contact me anytime, and I'm always in the office, and I live right under the office. That's a lie. She lives in the office. She didn't want to say that.
Okay.
There's a couch in her office.
Ren pauses for a minute and goes, so with your original idea there, with the thing, did you have any plan for that, or were you leaving that to us? Do you have like a location for him? Any information? Like what else can you give us to help you accomplish your goal?
Right. The phrasing like strikes her because she's just like in her head, she's, how active do I need to be in this particular assignment? Sweat. Just this like tiny little sweat drop in her neck. You can't see it because of all the hair, but she knows it's there. Right. So I do have some ideas, but first and foremost, I need to figure out a way to get to him. From my understanding, I haven't met him yet, but from my understanding, he can teleport.
He teleport all of us to go see him. We know what he wants.
Probably death and destruction.
You're not wrong.
That makes her feel worse. Somehow, it's one of the few times being right makes her uncomfortable. She's like, okay, well, yes. So we need to figure out a way to get to him, either lure him out or figure out his location and get us to him and I can help more from there.
Oh
But-
wait, isn't he coming to Diesel's theater?
Is Garrick the same person who's running for mayor? Yes, he is coming to my play.
But that's
You wrote a play?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing Our Town here in a few weeks at the theater.
they're gonna give us VIP seats.
That's lovely. I love theater. It's like one of the 2 hobbies she's allowed herself to have throughout her life: reading theater, not seeing it, just reading it. Seeing it requires free time. Reading it, however, you can do over lunch.
Would you be interested in seeing the show?
I would love to. But also, because for the plan.
Yeah, for the plan, certainly.
Right.
I'll make sure you get a ticket.
Thank you. So if we know, okay. If he's going to be there, then, we need to figure out a way to do it without, killing everyone in the audience. Ideally after the play.
Wait, do we have to kill him?
Oh, sorry.
Out of character question: is the theater that Diesel is performing at a different theater than our movie theater?
Yes.
Yes, Diesel's is not a movie theater, but like a
Stage
performing theater. I
Mhm.
don't know what the words for that is, but yeah.
Irene actually suggests, she leans in and goes, I have an idea. Hear me out. We haven't really set up the movie theater completely yet for movies. We can turn one of them into an actual stage theater, and it seats more people probably than the theater you're doing it at. And with the extra seats, again, we try to get more people like us in there. And we fill it out just in case he tries anything at your show, which now that all the pieces, I've been well fed. They're all coming together now. Okay, the pizza helped my brain work.
Meat lovers.
I feel like that's a thing that he's probably trying to do is, make a big debacle at your show. And we don't want that to happen either. So in case he tries that, I feel like we should move your show, our location where we can set it up, protect it, keep it safe, and stack the house for you to give you an even bigger show, lots of protection.
And then this would be the first time that Ira would have something at the movie theater and be like a grand opening.
I mean, I don't hate this idea at all. I think it's actually pretty damn good.
Hey, we're smart. Okay.
You're very, very smart.
Yep. High five through.
I mean, we'd have to put together a plan for my theater troupe. It's a big change sort of at the last minute. So yeah.
I can offer up V and my services. Organization is kind of our thing.
So you like to work?
Yeah, I get that. Mhm.
Sorry. Yes.
He looks towards Iris and gives Iris a big thumbs up.
Like, yes, she likes to work.
Well, I would love to work more with you, Selena. That would be nice.
Right. Yes. And whatever you guys need, anytime.
Cool. We got a great plan now. So we have them come to our movie theater. We'll set it up and we get more mages there. So therefore, if he tries something fishy, because if we're there, well, I'm pretty sure things are going to go a little cuckoo.
Right. I'm sorry. Did you say he was running for mayor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is running for mayor.
This is so much worse than I anticipated.
Oh,
Ari kind of taps Iron on the back of the elbow and says, "How much should we tell her about us?"
Not too much yet. Just let the information flow happen as it needs to. She's still on need to know basis, but I don't hate her. And then she leans in a little closer to Ari, and you see Iron's eyes dart back and forth between Diesel and Selena. And in your head, you just hear Iron go, "I ship this."
Wait, what does that mean?
Oh boy.
Wait, is this like? Cause I was talking with my friends, and is this like where the people like adults like kiss and stuff? Cause they all agree that kissing and stuff is nasty.
Yes, it is. It is gross. And then you just see Iron's eyes kind of narrow as she is taking in the entire situation. And you could definitely see that the wheels in her head are turning for like a bunch of different reasons. Not so much that she's very happy about that, but it's setting up an entire stage production because she does have a lot of points in craft. So she is actually super crafty because she makes knives. So she starts to go over in her head how she can turn the movie theater into this really kick-ass stage for Diesel.
I will remind you that this performance is in less than, I want to say, 30 hours from now, roughly. So it is possible what you all want to do, but it will be quite the undertaking.
We can use magic, right?
Oh, I don't think anybody told Selena that. I think in her head,
Selena
she's
was
like,
unaware
great, this
at
is
all.
next week. Wonderful. A performance in the future.
she's already got like a text message with a link to like her ticket.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So she's gonna open it and be like, this is like 30 hours from now.
Yeah, I actually have to be at a final dress in a few hours.
I mean, well, I can give you a lift anywhere. I have a car, but it's okay. Right. She pulls out her phone. Do I call V? How do I communicate with V?
You can call him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call V real quick. And very, very quickly just kind of like rattle off that I need V to be firing at all cylinders and meet me at the office within an hour, sooner rather than later. And that I will be bringing at least like Diesel with me to explain what is needed from us so that we can start working. And then I want V. Sorry, what is V made out of again?
Let's see if you would know. How much would you know? Roll me 6 dice. No, actually, roll me 7 dice with your knowledge.
Okay. Oh, what's the DC?
6.
Okay, yeah, that's 6 successes.
Okay, so you are aware that V are a Mark 6 is made of a very, at the time, experimental technology, but it is very much a liquid metal. It allows for her to change her form mostly at will. You are aware that it is very destabilizing to do, but she, for her time, was one of the premier the premier infiltrators, disguising, that kind of thing. She is capable of, physical altercation, but it wasn't the point.
So what does she usually look like with me?
She prefers to take on a form that's kind of similar to yours, but she can also look like a generic robot as well.
Right. Amazing. 2 of me. Wonderful. So yeah, she calls her, tells her to be ready to be out and about as well, because she assumes they're gonna have to go back and forth between several locations, and to send the car to come pick us up.
Need to receive a response.
So nice.
She does respond, understood.
As usual. Okay, so V is sending the car to go wherever we need it to. Yeah, I mean, you're all welcome to come back to the office, but we can also drop you off wherever you need to be dropped off. I really just for sure need Diesel before you're fitting to debrief V and I suppose, on everything that you guys need from us. We have quite a few weapons.
Oh, you can fight
for us. Yeah, but it's not my specialty. But I can fight. I just preferred not to. So I'm not well skilled enough to take him on my own, but with help. And then of course I can give you, whatever you need from the weapons that I have.
Okay, Iris is really strong and Diesel's really strong, so we should be good.
She barely manages to not say "I bet," looking at at Diesel, and she just gives.
Okay, well, Iris, what should we do at the movie theater?
We have a lot of magic protection stuff that we have to do, and a lot of actual building, which again, I think we're close enough to the Chantry that we can just make a bunch of stuff down there, carry it up, put it together. It should be pretty quick. However, Diesel, I think you should check and see how they feel about moving the performance, because if they say no and they're not for it, I'm going to have to do a thing that will convince them that they need to switch locations, which may or may not involve an infestation of bed bugs at the current theater.
That was a lot that was said just there, Aaron, and I am going to take your word for it. I will, on our way to the office, I will call the theater and I will then also talk to them while we are doing our final dress rehearsal. So
let me know if I got to do the thing, and then we'll do the thing. Well, we'll get things done. See, I don't like work, but I like problem solving. This is a thing we can do.
You're going to be a great CEO. All right. Thank you so much for the ride offer. I think we're going to take you up on that. I think Ivan and Ari need to be dropped off at our place, and then I can escort you back to wherever it is that you need to go.
Right. The office. We'll head back to the office. She's also now realizing that it's gonna be maybe a little clear that there is no apartment underneath the office, but she's gonna power through.
It was nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you guys also. Let me just grab the check real quick and pay. And so she does that. She waves down the waiter with excuse me. Fourth tries the charm. It takes a minute. She signs the check. She tips 80% because she's just this has been a night. If there's any leftovers, they get boxed up.
Wait, one last question. Would you like to invest?
Pardon me?
Would you like to invest?
We are opening a business.
The theater? Let's discuss it after we see how much of the theater is potentially left after this.
Oh.
Not exactly a bad idea.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
But and she looks to make sure eye contact with Armin was but I'll consider it.
Okay. See, one more step to CEOville. Because licensing movies are really expensive. I saw one that was $18 million and I flew out my chair.
That is certainly a fly out the chair number.
It's a lot of money.
Right. So she's just gonna kind of cat herd the 8-year-old and everybody else to the car that is probably waiting outside already, unless the storyteller would like to nerf us. But if there is no
The car
reason.
is there as you expected.
Okay. So yeah, V is in the driver's seat, looking probably the way that V usually does, but with like a driver cap, just because we thought it was funny. That like limited 2 MPEG of like humor that has been created in V over time.
Hazel will open the passenger side door for Selena.
Aw, thank you. Just the whole like does the whole maneuver of the whole like grab skirt slide in thing and
What type of car is this?
oh,
Is this a fancy car?
storyteller, do I get to make the car?
I'll leave it up to you, sure.
It's a Lexus.
Ari and me is like,
Oh my God, these seats feel so good. Oh wait, I can. Oh what? Is it warm? Is it heating up in the back?
The reason that Selena doesn't have an apartment is not because she's broke necessarily, so much as like she is a little bit scared of the technocracy finding her, and getting the office space was probably hard enough. And she simply and she works so much still that like she just shouldn't really get around to that yet.
The seats like warm up, and then there's like cup holders, and then is that a TV? How do you get a TV in a car?
I don't know if Lexuses have those. I just know what they look like from the outside.
When Ari
But
says
sure.
that,
They're pretty fancy.
Irene uses one of those seats as a pizza warmer.
for the leftovers.
Smart.
I want to know how that's like how deep is this Lexus? Because otherwise the 3 of us are sitting in the back, and that means there is no place to put that pizza unless you're sitting on it.
Wait, what is this, like an SUV or is this like a sedan or like?
I'd say not limo as in limousine, but limo as in like the extended what are they called in English?
Instead of cab.
Sure, yeah, that. I don't know what anything is in English, so that, yes.
Okay, so this is like easily the fanciest car they've ever been in. So they're just in shock.
It was just like, oh, this is so cool. We met a rich friend. Oh, this is crazy.
And they'll literally just bounce around on the seat, press up and down on the power windows. Up.
All right, Ari.
Yes.
Ari.
Yes.
The car isn't a toy.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, okay. Thank you for allowing us to sit in this car.
Oh, no problem. No problem. So what's the address of the theater?
Well, I'll just direct you. It's fine.
Okay. So yeah, just follow Diesel's
Diesel
directions.
uses that as an excuse to kind of lean forward in their chair, so they're kind of over Selena's shoulder a little bit, and like every now and then they'll reach past and kind of point in a direction or other, just like.
It's very effective. The seat is slightly reclined, as car seats typically are. She, however, is not, and is like ramrod straight and extremely tense. Not in a bad way, so much as I am hyper aware of every square inch of my body and its proximity to everything else and everyone else.
Diesel may be having too much fun with this.
It's fair.
Just a little bit too much fun.
All right.
Chat.
And
All right.
as you all are making your way back, we're going to see how well the rest of the night will wrap up for your projects. So, I believe each of you wishes to do a separate thing. I believe the first one is that Diesel has to see if they can evince this scene change, this location change upon the rest of the cast. So you can give me a charisma and expression roll, difficulty 8.
Oh.
At least 3 successes.
Oh, this could be beautiful. Look at this smile on Aki's face, the biggest dice pool in history.
Only one success, but it's still a success.
Ooh.
So with one success,
Sorry, go ahead.
I will say is with one success, the conversation is a bit tense as you are asking quite a bit. Do you have anything that would prompt you to make a second try? How do you want to convince them?
Well, I mean, I do have the specialty of flirting with my charisma. So I think once Diesel notices that things are going slightly sideways, they kind of, cozy up to, the production staff a little bit and basically say, if we make good on this, we will have a long-term home in Cleveland. Your theater troupe will never have to worry about where they're going to hold their next show. The relationships that you would build with the community there could really, just really turns on the slight flirtatious charm of you guys would never have to worry about where your venue is going to be. You would never have to worry about concessions or any of that stuff. This place would always have it covered. It is a magical location, right in the heart of community that needs theater the most, kind of a deal. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, you can give me the roll again. Difficulty 7 this time.
Okay. And it's because I'm using my specialty, zeros count for 2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait. 6 successes.
Okay. It takes some time, but they do agree to make the move, but they will be over very early in the morning to kind of to have everything arranged, and they are completely expecting for you to be there for that. So we'll say that is a success.
Cool.
So I believe the next step here is that Aaron would like to find a way to convert the area for one type of theater into another one. How are you going to go about that for me?
Well, lots of crafting and possibly pre-made things down in the chantry that we bring up, like little IKEA pieces and snap together to make this work.
Okay, so give me so you wish to forge a number of, we can roll me dexterity plus crafts at difficulty 7 for this to represent making things quickly, as well as kind of tearing things down and getting things ready. We'll see how well you do.
And I use 2 quintessence to lower that to 5.
This one is not a magical casting. This is just dex craft.
Gotcha.
Magical.
Where you would use willpower to get an automatic success if you wanted it.
Did not need it. Luckily enough, that was 5 successes. That is probably my biggest dice pool there. So.
Okay, so it is going to take you most of the night, and just roll me your Arte difficulty 5. Let's see how well you're able to deal with the remains and the scraps and things like that.
My dice are blessed tonight, fam. I don't know what's going on with my dice, but I love this. Let's keep going for the rest of the year. Thank you.
All right, with 4 successes, you're even able to get rid of the kind of the leftover wood and things like that, and you created a pretty good area here. It's definitely not going to be the fanciest or anything like that, but it's serviceable. Next, well, actually, you tell me, Selena, what would you like to do? How are you going to contribute to this project?
All right. So, before I dropped Diesel off at the fitting, we went to the apartment. So, serious role. How well, V and I are able to delegate like all of the logistics and take over like all of the logistics, like notifying everybody with a ticket, like in the mailing list, like about the change of venue, changing their tickets, sending out new ones, just all of the like logistics things that need to happen for the audience, plus sending out and adjusting for extra tickets now that it's going to be a bigger venue, plus pushing that out there so people can see it. So yeah, all the marketing, the logistics, last minute stuff. And then
Okay.
fun role, how well I survive Diesel being in very close proximity and very small space for that
It's
period
a
of time.
very, very different role.
Yeah.
However, for now, just roll me 8 dice at difficulty 6.
All right.
I'd like to mention that Diesel also smells really good.
3 successes. Pretty sure we all
Okay.
smell at least a little bit like pizza.
But the meat lovers coming in with that double dish, oh yeah. There's pepperoni and sausage smell all over the place.
So a not insignificant amount of the work is completed by V, kind of just automatically researching the list of tickets and using that information to send out notifications to everyone. But however, you are able to kind of keep everything overall like organized and making sure that everyone is kind of doing what they're supposed to be doing. Roll me 8 dice at difficulty 7.
1, 2, 3. 3 successes. These dice do
Okay.
not like me.
Okay. Thankfully, though, for most of this, Selena's able to keep herself completely focused on the task at hand and completely ignoring the very nice smelling person that they are accompanying. And last but certainly not least, young Ari, how are you contributing to this undertaking, this project?
Oh, okay. Ari's going to focus on the wards because they needed to ward up the location. So in case the mayor or mayor to be decides to teleport Iron and Ari out of the location, stuff like that, they can ward up the place to hopefully prevent that from happening.
Okay, so what exactly are you warding against? Just transport or?
Yeah, probably transportation first because that was the main thing they did the first time. And then after that, if they can try to ward against that black portal type content, whatever spell knowledge that they would know regarding, Nephrondis and, Infernalists, they would try to essentially ward those up.
Okay, I will say you can spend a few hours, a number of hours equal to your stamina rating to attempt to construct this ward.
Fam, I'm an 8-year-old. I got, I don't have much stamina.
Literally
Sometimes.
neurodivergent and a minor.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that sometimes. But you can ward against travel. However, you would be aware that in the time you have and the abilities you have to do it, you won't be able to ward against a specific person's travel. So you would be, for better or worse, limiting anyone's attempt to travel out of it magically.
Great.
But you can certainly do it.
Nice big cage.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that'd probably be their best bet right now. None of them that they're aware of has teleportation, so the only one that could technically use it would be this individual. And if he teleports, Ari or Iron away, the group won't be able to teleport them back because no one has the skill set in teleporting yet. So yeah, this seems like the best bet, at least for now.
All right, give me your RT roll. Difficulty for this will be 5.
5. All right. So they're going to, of course, use willpower for this to get an automatic success. And then they're also going to spend 2 points of contested to make it to a difficulty 3. All right. And you said so difficulty 3. Roll right there. 1, 2, 3 successes. 4.
Okay.
4 with full power.
Okay. So the first hour is going well. You can make a second roll if you like for the second hour.
Yes, indeed, I will. Do I have to use quintessence again to keep it 3? To bring it back down to 3? Okay.
You will.
All right. I'll use 2 more. Because it's at 30 hours, so they get to sleep and get it all back. So that should be good. Here we go. Oops, sorry, this came off. The dice fell. Okay, that is 4 successes.
Okay, total of 8 successes. Very good. All right, so this ward, and you only want for this effect to last for the event. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Now they can't go further, right? But would I have to like roll or something if I was to push it?
It's up to you. You can divide your successes across longevity or the actual effect.
Oh, I thought you
whatever.
Because wait, I mean, like, isn't there like a roll if I were to go for a third attempt? Or
if you want to do another, yes. Roll your stamina difficulty 6 if you wish to keep pushing forward.
Difficulty 6.
But you do risk losing the entire ritual if you push forward.
Oh.
Okay.
Does he see Iron there while he's doing this?
You see her, but she is currently, you aren't even entirely sure. Like, she took a saw into a room at one point in time and they'd come out and it's very low.
All right, they'll do it. They'll do it. Okay. Risk it all. Here we go. Gambler's deal. What was the difficulty?
6.
Okay, I got 1 success.
Okay, you can push forward for another hour.
Okay. This one I'm just keeping difficulty 5 because I want to keep using quintessence. All right, well, 2 more successes.
Okay. So at this point, I will say you are at the maximum for your the effect of the ward.
Okay.
However, you can also choose to make it last for a longer period of time if you like. It's up to you.
No, I think I would just stick with the effect because they don't want to limit it after the event is over with. So.
Okay. All right. The restrictions on transportation will be strict indeed. And with that, as you all are kind of wrapping it up early in the morning, but most of you would like to take a rest. Unfortunately for our lovable Diesel, it is almost time for you to go and meet up with your people to finish the rest of the preparations. And as we are taking our time for each of you, you kind of begin to realize how this is happening. In less than a day, you will be facing someone who is quite dangerous. And well, one way or another, things will be dealt with tonight. But as for our story, I believe that is enough for this evening.
Okay. Well, again, we hope you enjoyed this session. This was absolutely a blast. First of all, thank you, Brandy, for joining in and bringing Selena. It was absolutely incredible. Selena and Diesel dynamic is fantastic, and hopefully we get some fan art there, because I would love to see, the little smell come through her nose of Diesel's scent. You know what I mean? Maybe something like that.
Little Twitter padded.
Yep. And so make sure to come by for our next episode as everything goes up in smoke. So until then, farewell for now.
Bye.